It is Steve Norton from Screenfish, and I'm really excited to talk to you, Walt. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Steve.
Trolls Band Together is just so much fun. I really appreciate the chance to sit down with you and chat about it.
Well, thanks, Steve. I love talking about the movie. It's nice to see you.
Absolutely. What is it? I know you've been a part of the franchise for a while. What is it that sets the Trolls world apart in your mind?
It's a number of ingredients, I think. Number one, I think it really is the music, and it's the music that runs across every decade for everyone. Definitely the comedy is huge and it makes you feel good. It's scientifically proven that laughing makes you feel better. And I think the worlds are so unique and the characters are so unique as well. It's really transportive, the film.
Like, this is one of those entries in the franchise that really expands on the Trolls world. And we see a lot of different textures, a lot of different environments. It's really cool to see. But I have to talk a little bit about, you talked about that music.
Yeah.
What was the process of choosing the music for this one? And I have to ask about getting NSYNC back together.
I know. It's like, well, so start there. I mean, getting in sync was such a gift to the movie and like ultimately I think to the fans too. And it was really exciting that after working on this movie for a little while with Justin, he really helped us with the story, kind of going back and having his experiences as a boy band member, the boy band member. And he, as we started working on some of the music, putting some of that old boy band music in the film, he had the idea to get the guys back together and do this incredible original song that happens in the movie. So that was incredibly exciting and wild. And the rest of the music, it's just been a joy finding that. A lot of my favorite songs are in there, I have to say. Songs I listen to in the shower, like Dolly Parton's 9 to 5. I love Christopher Cross's Sailing. That's a song I grew up with. It's like Christopher Cross is the Mozart of yacht rockers. But there's music from all the decades in there, including, like I said, brand new music as well.
It really hits across, and you've done this one especially. I mean, there's always been mixes in this franchise as well of different bands, but there's some great blends of different songs from across the ages that come out so beautifully and are so much fun. Um, one of the things that I thought was so fascinating about this film is his emphasis on family, and that's not a new theme to the Trolls world by any stretch. But there's this comment or this idea of fighting together even when you are coming from different worlds. And I was wondering, what is it about the power of being able to overcome our differences and fight together that resonates with you?
It definitely does. I think, and we've, like you said, we've explored it in the other films in different ways. Maybe like kind of socially, culturally in the last film, and this one we really wanted to get a little bit more personal. And even in our family, we might not have to see the same thing the same way all the time. Like differences even within the family, that we were able to kind of put those aside for the greater good. I think, to save the brother's life, people can put away their differences in order to save lives. And that feeling of connection, despite your differences, is so powerful and so important, not only in the Trolls movie, but in our lives together.
Absolutely. And I mean, what is it about family that can be so challenging to do that? Because we when you think about the nature of family, you think of we're all coming from the same place, as I say in air quotes, but really it seems like we're in different worlds sometimes.
It really feels like that. I have a family of my own of three children, and I've come from a big family, and there you find that even though, like you said, you come from the same place, you are an individual and you grow your own values and your own things you enjoy. And I think to be able to kind of respect that is something special within a family. But we also say in the film that being in a family is hard. The characters literally say that, and I think that feels good to people watching the movie, to families who go. It's not easy, but it is important. Your family is irreplaceable.
Absolutely, it is. And I'd love to hear from you too. I mean, we talked about these incredible new environments. What sort of inspiration did you have when creating these fun new worlds?
Oh yeah, you're right, and it's all again, to the visual cohesion of a troll universe is all kind of handmade and it's kind of fiber based. But because we go to these brand new places, like, for example, Mount Rageous, which was our big first city we've really kind of explored, we got to go the opposite of a troll direction where everything's kind of plastic and shiny and crystals, like something we haven't seen before, different surfaces to represent kind of the values of that world itself. But we had so much fun creating these worlds. We wanted to take the audience somewhere, so we take them to a wedding, to a boy band concert, to a mini golf course. We take them to a place called Vacay Island, where it's vacation 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You really get to go somewhere in this film.
And I have to admit that I think Vacay Island was my favorite sight gag in this film.
Okay, good.
The postcard it was great. It was great. It was good stuff.
Thank you.
Just wondering here too, is I know we're starting to run out of time, but what do you hope people take away from Trolls Band Together?
A few things. I mean, I say this quite a bit, but I hope this is that you come out of the film feeling better than you did walking into it. I know sometimes being in the world and living your life can be challenging. It can be hard. And you kind of go and you escape for 80 minutes, kind of reflect on your own self and your own family, but feel good for 80 minutes. So when you walk out of the theater, you're feeling joyful, you're feeling better, and maybe, just maybe, even closer to your family than you were like 80 minutes ago.
I really appreciate that. Honestly, thank you so much for your time. The film's a joy, and I wish you the best, Walt.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice to talk to you. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
Don't worry, like you never